This is the Riverhawk Report for Friday, April 16th, 2010. Baseball and softball in action yesterday, baseball on the road, softball at home, and we will start this report at Riverview Field on South Campus. Softball action, UMass Lowell hosting Assumption, a doubleheader, and they were two very different games. In one, the big bats ruled. In the other, it was all about the pitchers. The teams split the pair. The Riverhawks won the first game 10-4 the final, but they came up short in the nightcap, a 1-0 ball game. First game was about putting the crooked numbers up on the scoreboard, and the Riverhawks did that. 3 runs in the second inning to erase a 1-0 deficit, 3 more in the fourth to retake a 1-run lead, and 4 more in the sixth to put the game away. The Riverhawks pounded out 9 hits, 4 for extra bases, and took full advantage of 5 Assumption errors and 4 walks. The hitting stars were many. Heather Ross had 3 hits, 2 of them doubles, and drove in a pair of runs. Krista McKenzie had 2 hits. She scored twice. Alyssa Bryant had a hit and drove in 2, and pitcher Alyssa Boris had the loudest hits of the day, 2 home runs. She drove in 4 runs.
She's an enigma with the bat. There's times that she has as nice a swing and certainly is a strong kid, and she crushes the ball, and then other times it's like, who's that kid up at the plate? So first game was one of those games where she had a good swing going and certainly helped with the offense.
That is head coach Sean Cotter. Boris also threw a complete game, allowing 6 hits and 3 earned runs. She struck out 7. The second game would be a completely different story. Assumption won it 1-0. The game decided in the 6th inning when the visitors did what nobody else had been able to do. That was bunch 3 hits in an inning. It resulted in the game's only run. The Riverhawks, meanwhile, managed only 3 hits in the ballgame, 2 of them from the bat of Krista McKenzie. The final score should not obscure the fact that the Riverhawk pitcher, right-hander Alyssa Bryant, turned in a superb pitching performance. She allowed just 3 hits in her 6 innings of work. She walked 1. She struck out 2.
I asked her to give us her best effort of the year. Early in the year in Florida, she really carried us, and got back home and back in the Northeast, and she's been struggling, and we've corrected a couple things and really started getting her with an off-speed pitch, and that was really effective really for her in this game. And they scraped 2 hits together or 3 hits together, whatever it was, in the 6th to put that 1 run across. But yeah, this was by far her best outing of her freshman year, and hopefully we can build off of that.
The Riverhawks are now 14-20, 7-9 in the conference. Only 4 of their 34 games have been at home.
Our better players are freshmen and sophomores, and to be on the road that much, and it's been tough. And I keep saying to people, I'm like, we came back from St. Mike's, which is never an easy road trip midweek, and 32 out of 34 on the road, and we still have to go to St. Rose and Lemoyne. So I don't get our schedule, but certainly the conference did us no favors with that.
The Riverhawks will be back home on Monday. They host Tufts in a single game. Baseball is equal parts pitching, defense, and hitting. Well, maybe not equal parts, but all 3 play an important role. And for the UMass Lowell baseball Riverhawks, one of those parts is struggling. The Riverhawks were beaten by Merrimack yesterday. 2-1 was the final. It was the bats that had the difficult time. Right-hander Dan White was brilliant on the mound for the Riverhawks. He threw a complete game, allowing just 3 hits, but that was enough for Merrimack to push 2 runs across the plate. White walked just 2. He struck out 7. The Riverhawks did bang out 8 hits, 2 apiece for Cam Nealand and Jared Nota Giacomo. For Nota Giacomo, those 2 hits included his 12th double of the season. The Riverhawks have now dropped 6 in a row. They are 19-18, 7-11 in the Northeast 10 Conference. They'll be back in action Sunday on the road in Worcester. They face Assumption for 2 games. And that's the Riverhawk Report for Friday, April 16th, 2010.